Would you rather make 100,000 income per month or own 2 million worth of assets? Let's analyze the income illusion and get to see whether earning more actually makes you rich and the income myth that is keeping most people poor. Let's get to understand the difference between income and wealth as we undertake this series of assessing your net worth. Do you actually know your net worth? Let me know in the comment section. This series will help you understand and will help you make a change and start creating a net worth if you're currently at zero. We're going to look at a scenario of two individuals, one earning 100,000 and the second one earning 50,000, and see who is actually richer between the two depending on their financial status. Hello good people, Jessie is my name and this is the Money and Growth Circle where we are working towards financial peace and ultimately financial freedom. If this is your kind of content, you can consider subscribing to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that you're notified every time we have a new upload. A warm welcome to our new members, and if you'd like to join our membership, the button down here indicated join is the one that takes you to the membership. Let's get to the video. When you're given two individuals, one earning 100,000 and the other earning 50,000, the first assumption that comes to mind is that the one who is earning 100,000 is richer than the one who is earning 50,000. That may not always be the truth. The first thing I would like us to understand is that earning money does not always assure you that you're building wealth. You have to take the extra steps to actually create wealth. Let's analyze these two individuals. Person one. Let's analyze this person who is earning 100,000 and see how their current financial position is. Their savings account has 20,000. For an income of 100,000, why would you just have 20,000 saved? That is worry number one. Number two, they don't have a money market fund. They have not bought shares. They have zero for their emergency fund. And they don't have a medical cover. So in case anything happens, they don't even have a fallback plan. Yet, perhaps you are impressed by the sound of 100,000. They're not in any circle. They don't have a business. But because they earn 100,000, they feel they should be having a car, and they have a car loan of 700,000. Because again, I'm earning 100,000. Do I want to buy a small car for 500? No. The car is maybe 1 million. Of course, because of the car loan and other obligations, they have small mobile loans here and there. They have an outstanding credit card. So ideally, their net worth is negative. Because how do we compute net worth? Your net worth is your assets minus liabilities. As we have seen, he does not have any assets, only 20,000 savings. And the liabilities amount to 780,000. If you take the 780 minus the 20,000 saved, it gives you negative 760,000. So ideally you earn 100,000, but your net worth is negative 760,000. So does that make you rich? Hell no. Let's go to the other person who is earning 50,000 and is living below their means. First, they're taking public means because they don't feel ready to buy a car on credit. They have an income of 50,000. They have a money market fund portfolio of 300,000, SACCO shares of 400,000, land valued at 900,000, equity investments valued at 200,000, cash savings of 200,000, total assets 2 million. They do not have an outstanding debt because they feel with their current financial position and their monthly income being 50,000, they're not in a position to finance debt. But because they're living below their means and they started investing early, they are able to accumulate a portfolio of more than 2 million. So between the one earning 100,000 and is on a negative net worth, and this other one who has a net worth of 2 million and is earning an income of 50,000, who is more richer? Obviously, it's the one who is earning 50,000. So we have broken the myth that if you earn more money, you're richer. Sometimes you end up being poorer because lifestyle starts creeping and you start feeling richer every time your financial position grows. But if you make a decision to always live below your means, whether your income increases or not, you'll be able to accumulate assets and build wealth over time. So do not think you need thousands, millions, or a lot of money to start investing or to invest. Start small. If someone who is making 50,000 can have a portfolio of 2 million, who are you not to start from somewhere? Let me know in the comment section, do you know your net worth? Do you have assets which are more than your liabilities? What is the definition of assets? I have listed a few: land, building, and investments. So if you have those, then you're on the right track. Don't think that your sofa sets and your TV are assets. They are not, because already they are depreciating assets, number one. And number two, you cannot use them to make money. For instance, if you have land, you can develop the land and have rentals. If you have a building, it can generate rental income for you. Yeah, so that's the difference. So here is the reality. Income does not define your wealth. Building assets over time is what creates wealth for you. Think about this. A person earning 300,000 and spending 300,000 in a month. Their lifestyle looks impressive. Nice apartment, nice car, latest phone, expensive weekends, kids go to expensive schools, but beneath the surface, no assets, no investments, and no growing net worth. Perhaps they actually have a loan. Now compare the same person with someone earning 50,000 who is consistent in saving. They invest, they buy productive assets, they avoid unnecessary debt. 10 years later, who will have a stronger financial position? Yes, 50 may sound small for someone who is earning 300, but 50 used better than 300 will make a bigger impact over the period of time, say 5 years, 10 years. So the answer is, the wealthiest person is not the person who is earning more, but the person who is keeping and growing the most. No matter how small, no matter how little. I want you to take this test and answer these questions. Number one, if your salary stopped today, how long would your assets continue supporting you? You don't have to answer in the comments. You can answer somewhere, but I would appreciate if you answered in the comment. Let's see how we are faring. Okay, question number two. What is the value of everything you own? Have you ever sat down and just done an analysis? For instance, you may actually have a car like we have said here, but it's not on loan. As much as it's a depreciating asset, at least it is still an asset. And it is not draining your finances as such, especially if it is properly maintained. You can have some space. Maybe you don't have money to build, but you can develop or make it a parking lot. So let's see what you own and maybe assess how you can make it better. Question number three. What is the value of how much you owe? What is your total debt? Number four. What's left after subtracting your liabilities from assets? The number is your net worth. Not your income, not your job title, not your lifestyle, not your social standing, not your social media image, your net worth. Many people work hard and for so long only to realize that they have not built wealth, they have been surviving on hand to mouth. The truth of the matter is, no matter how much you feed your body, no matter how much you please your lifestyle, if you don't build wealth, you will still maintain the same status you are in, no matter how much money comes into your hands. Some people feel when your income increases, you feel the need to improve your lifestyle. But it's not always the case. If you have been managing with what you have, why do you want to move to a bigger house and pay more rent instead of investing that money to build your wealth? That realization after years of hard work with nothing to show can be very uncomfortable. But it can also be life-changing. Maybe if you wake up today and you realize you missed that opportunity to start early, it's never too late. You can start by starting to make sacrifices. Sometimes it is even worthwhile downgrading your life to start growing and cover up for the period that you missed. What is the biggest wealth trap? In my analysis, I came up with 3 things which are making you poor every day. Lifestyle inflation. And when that happens, you're not adjusting accordingly. You're still pushing to maintain the same lifestyle as if your finances have increased or they are still the same. Every increase on your income has an additional spending. Instead of increasing your investment and savings, you're increasing your spending. And perhaps you are already struggling and you still were surviving. You know, sometimes you survive with what you have and what you are able to accommodate at the moment. So if you are surviving, why do you want to increase the expenses instead of building wealth and be able to cater for the expenses without relying on one source of income? Number 3, depreciating status symbols. People tend to use their finances to acquire depreciating assets, ignoring assets that grow over time. The bonus trap is delaying investing. You feel investing is for the rich. You feel investing is when you have more money. You feel like you're not yet ready to start investing. Remember, the habit, consistency, and discipline is more important than the amount. Some strongest portfolios start with small, consistent contributions. The verdict. Let's now turn to our scenario. Have an income of 100,000 with no assets and you already have liabilities. On the flip side, another person has an income of 50,000 with assets worth 2 million. Who is wealthier? The verdict is clear. That person who is earning 50,000. Not because they earn more, but because they own more. Their assets are working and maybe generating them additional income from just the 50 from one of the sources. Their financial future is stronger because they will continue investing for the future. If you already have a habit, you can only keep going. And this is a lesson many people never learn. If already your income of 300,000 is sustaining you for 1 month, what would happen if that income is taken away? Income creates opportunity, net worth creates wealth. Let me know in the comment section, do you know your wealth or you will need to calculate your wealth? Or you don't have because you already know you don't have assets. But it's not lost if you don't have. You can take action today and start investing a day at a time. I have said time and time again, you can start small. Consistency, discipline, and commitment is what will keep you going. In our next few episodes, we are going to focus on net worth just to get to understand your assets and liabilities, and if you don't even have the assets, how you can start creating your own portfolio. Remember, income pays bills, net worth build the future. And I would love for all of us to be on the same page. So leave a comment down below with what you think about this video and anything you want us to discuss in our subsequent episodes as we get into this sensitive topic about really getting into your finances, your current income, and your wealth building journey. Let's engage in the comment section. And warm appreciation to everybody who keeps coming back to watch our videos and comment. They actually participate to what this channel is all about, because without you we cannot be. So thank you for your support, and I'm glad from your comments the videos are helpful. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. See you on the next one. Bye.